What's up, guys? This is Zach from Flash Out Media, and I am here to bring you the first interview that we'll do. And I couldn't see anybody else being more fitting than our first episode than my guy Harley. He has quite the story. Owns his own business, which we'll get into, and we're just gonna get into everything on Harley on this one. And to start it off, I'm just gonna introduce him right quick. He owns rollout management, which, he manages fighters from MMA to boxing and, not even just fighting. He's a manager for all aspects. So anything you want to do, if you want to be successful, holler at my boy. First thing, how you doing today, Hard?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me, bro. I really appreciate this opportunity and looking forward to telling my story, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're just gonna start off with, man, where you from, bro?
Man, born in Baton Rouge, but been living in Rain, Louisiana my whole life, man. Shout out to the 337. Uh, been in Rain my whole life. Still living in Rain, man. Love my city, love my people. Uh, tight knit community. Been here for a while. That's all I know. But I love my people, man.
Hell yeah, shout out to the fraud capital, man. Explain to us what rollout management is.
Yeah, man. Rollout Management, like Zach said in the intro, management company that started. I had a I had an old buddy of mine reach out to me right after we graduated high school. He's like, man, I want to get into combat sports. And I grew up as a huge combat sports fan. As far as combat sports goes, boxing was my first love as far as combat sports goes. So he knew that I knew a good bit about combat sports, and he trusted me, and he's like, look, man, I want to get into fighting, and he's like, but um, if I do get into fighting, I want you to manage me. I trust you. I know you know what you're doing. Uh, which I'm not perfect, but I do know the fight game, and he's like, look, man, if I do this, I want to do it with you. So then I prayed about it, prayed on it for a few days, sat back and really, took a look at the whole picture. And I decided to take a leap of faith, got my LLC, and that's how Rollout Management was born. As far as my mission goes, man, with Rollout Management, it goes deeper than fighting. Um, for me personally, you know, I I, uh, I have a disability. I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy as a baby, and a lot of people told me that, from a very young age, a lot of people, you know, it's kind of hard for me to talk about. But a lot of people,
You good, bro? You
I'm
need
sorry, man.
Nah,
Yeah,
you
I'm good. Uh, a lot of people wrote me off from a very young age and told me that with my disability that I wouldn't amount to much. That I wouldn't be able to do A, B, and C. That I wouldn't be able to really defy the odds. And when I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, doctors told my parents that I had a 98% chance of being a vegetable with no quality of life. Um, and here I am today. Thank God I fell into a rare 2% category that allowed me to defeat uh, what the doctors uh, what the doctors previously thought my diagnosis would be. I was able to defeat it and just be here today, man. So my biggest mission, first of all, for the fighters, I want to talk about the fighters first. The fighters, I want to just not yes, I want to build world champions, but it goes deeper than building world champions. I want to be there for the fighters, uh, personally and their personal lives, help them overcome and achieve any goals they have, whether it's in the ring, outside the cage, anything of that matter. And then once we're able to help them personally achieve their life goals, then I want to help them, uh, reach the goals in their career. Whether that's build world champions or whatever they want to do. Um, my main mission is to take care of my fighters, man. That's number one. Number two, me personally, yes, I want to be able to. I'm blessed to be able to have this and do this as a career, but it goes deeper than that. I want to show the other kids with disabilities that may hear the naysayers and hear the doubters say that they can't do anything. I want to show them that if you work hard, if you keep your faith, and if you just stay humble, that you can overcome the odds, man. I believe a testimony of it, and so that's my two main goals: help the fighters achieve their goals, and also just be an inspiration to other people, especially those with disabilities.
Hell yeah, bro. That's major stuff right there. I can give a testimony on Harley, man, as a manager. Like, he treats everybody like family, even if you're a person in the gym and he's in there and you're already signed, he's still gonna help you out. Like, the dude is the most genuine guy, out there when it comes to the fight game, and that's very rare to run into. And on the daily, guys that he keeps up with at my gym, man, he's calling, asks about them, how they're doing, not just in fighting, like he said, just in life. So that's really good to have like somebody like a Harley in your life, bro. Not just in fighting, but just to be there, you know what I'm saying? So props to Harley, overcame a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's a story that, not just on this podcast, you might see it, in front of a bunch of people and shit. They can make a movie about this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's major, like I said, bro.
Well, I appreciate the kind words, brother. I really appreciate it, man.
No doubt, no doubt. So, you know, uh, being a manager, like, are there any like managers you seen that like, you look up to or you take notes from in the fight game?
Yeah, man. I mean, I look up even promoters. Anything for the business side, man. Anything that my goal is to be a smart. Anything that I can learn from anybody. Whether it's local guys, guys that you and I work with that've been around the game for a long time, or whether it's guys that I haven't met. Anybody that's been around the game that I can get a little piece of any knowledge from. It's worth it, man. So I'm here to take advice and learn from anybody that I can get my hands on.
Hell yeah. You know, I'm gonna ask you this. If you had a top three, we'll start off with boxing because I know that's your first love, but top three favorite boxers, starting with three, then the two, then the one. Who would they be, man?
Hmm. And no particular order because it's hard for me to really like rank one, two, three,
Right,
this
right.
and all that. But a guy that I grew up idolizing for early on in my childhood in the boxing world, man, was Manny Pacquiao.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, Manny was a freaking. I mean, look at his story. You want to talk about a story? A guy that grew up poor, and no, this is no disrespect. I'm giving him credit, nothing but credit by saying this. Grew up poor as dirt. Didn't even have food to put in his family's mouth at some nights. Um, if I remember correctly, if I remember his story correctly, when he made his pro debut, he made it. He was a teenager. I don't remember exactly what age he was, but the guy he was fighting at the lowest weight class that you can fight, and he ended up the day of weigh-in in order to be heavy enough to fight. He put weights in his pocket to be able to make weight. Then he goes in there and knocks out the guy in a round or two, and he was off and running. The rest was history, man. So just his style of fighting, he's a freaking energizer bunny. Constantly putting his combinations together, beautiful footwork. Um, a world champion from I think 108 to 147 or 157. I mean 154. One world title in all of those weight classes. A true living legend, in my opinion. So shout out to the Pac-Man Manny Pacquiao.
Yes, sir.
Um, another one of my favorite fighters, man. I have so many. Um, right now, boxing. I'd say right now, today, is my favorite fighter is Canelo Alvarez. Another guy. That Mexican warrior, that Mexican spirit. Um, a guy just freaking, won world titles from 140 to now what 175. So he's done it all. You know, he doesn't. And Canelo, the reason why I like him so much, he's vicious when he gets in the ring. Number one, and number two, a thing you rarely see in boxing nowadays is a guy that just he doesn't duck anybody. You
Right.
know, um, he's just always um, you know he's down to fight anybody. And win, lose or draw, he's gonna give you a fight. I love Canelo. Uh, Another one of my fighters, and again the list goes on and on. So I'm not even gonna rate him. But man, Hector Camacho is another one of my favorites. Uh,
Hey.
his heyday was in the '80s. That's the older guy.
Yeah.
Um, Hector Camacho, one of my favorites. Also, Arturo Gatti, man. Um, when you go back, I don't know how many of you guys that watch this podcast are big boxing fans, but if you ever get the chance to go back and watch the first fight between Arturo Gatti and then Mickey Ward, one of the best fights of all time in any combat sport, whether it's boxing, kickboxing, MMA, Muay Thai, it doesn't matter. Those guys tore the house down, and
Hey, yeah.
yeah, and Arturo Gatti been one of my favorites. So yeah, that's just a few. I can go on and on. Uh, yeah, I love boxing, man.
Yeah, man. I swear to God, me and Harley will spend like an hour on the phone just talking about fights, and at least 20 minutes of that is boxing, man. I don't
Yeah,
have too many friends, maybe a couple that watch boxing like my boy does. So yeah.
yeah, man. Love me some boxing.
So switching it over to MMA, let's say we have Mount Rushmore, right? We got the four presidents. We got to put four MMA guys on that Mount Rushmore. Who you putting on there?
Man, that's another tough one, man. GSP.
Yeah,
Love me some GSP.
got to put him on there.
Yeah, let's see, GSP. Um, Khabib, maybe. I see, and I love Khabib. It's just hard because his career ended so early,
Right.
you know. Um, but I mean, what he's done, I think you got to put Khabib on there. Connor, I know Connor's kind of fell off, the last few years, but I mean, his
He's a
his
big
rise to fame and huh?
he's a big part of the game, man.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, look, man. Everybody, everybody wants to be Conor, the next Conor McGregor.
Right.
Which it's okay, but and I'm not knocking Conor because Conor McGregor did it his own way. You know what I'm saying? Um, but what I don't like, and I'm kind of getting off topic here, is a lot of guys see Conor McGregor and want to emulate that so bad. It's like, man, no, no, be your authentic self. I'm not telling you can't talk trash and
Right.
sell a fight and all that things, but they try to go on Instagram and wear the clothes and wear the watches and chains and
Yeah, it's different when you started all that, but when you
yeah,
follow it.
yeah. So Connor would definitely be on there. And let's see, number four. I like to pick guys from different eras for me, you know. Number four. So who was my first guy I picked?
You had
Shoot, I can't even.
GSP, Khabib, and then
Yeah,
Conor.
GSP could be Connor, and man, I love Matt Hughes. I mean, a lot of guys overlook him,
Yeah,
but I love me some Matt Hughes, man. Um,
that's a legend right there.
Chuck Tito and Tito. We talk about my all-time favorite fighters.
Yeah.
Tito Ortiz was probably my first favorite MMA fighter.
Hell
True
yeah.
favorite MMA fighter. I know it sounds crazy, but I love Chuck Liddell too. You know, I know him and Tito had a little rivalry, but I was a huge Chuck fan too. Randy Couture. Uh, man, if you know, you say Mount Rushmore of MMA. Now look, these are grappling guys, but if we want to go off of who really made their mark in MMA, man, you got to say the Gracie family too. I find.
Of course.
Um, I mean, so to be honest, I'd put them up there, man.
So you
I
put Hoist Gracie on there?
yeah, I'd put Hoist up there. Yeah,
Okay, so we got GSP, Khabib, Connor, Hoist. I respect it, man. Those are four, big names in MMA that maybe if they're not in MMA, MMA is not as big as it is.
yep, exactly.
All right, so switching it up, going away from combat sports, what are some hobbies you like doing?
Man, I love sports in general, man. I love sports. Matter of fact, just got finished watching a damn softball game, man. Uh, LSU got down in the NCAA tournament, which I'm disappointed in, but hey, hopefully they'll make a run in softball this year. So yeah, I'm a huge sports fan, man. Softball, baseball, football. Um, like I said, boxing, even though that is combat sports, I'm a huge boxing fan. Love music, man. Huge guy in the Cajun and Exotica music. Uh, my grandpa, just to tell you a little bit about myself, about my upbringing. My grandpa was inducted into the Cajun Music Hall of Fame. Uh,
Yeah.
he's inducted into the Cajun Music Hall of Fame and the Louisiana Radio Broadcasters Hall of Fame as well. My dad, he was in a rock band in his younger years too. So music's in my blood, and even on my mom's side, I had cousins and uncles and everything played with Wayne Tubes, big names around here. Uh, I had a cousin of mine record with Tammy Kershaw, uh, good country guy. So yeah, music's in my blood on both sides of my family, on my mom's and dad's side, man. More my dad's side, but my mom's got some cousins and other relatives that have done it pretty well in music as well. So that's another big thing in my life.
No doubt, no doubt. Um, Another thing too, like you mentioned it kind of in the introduction, man. You said you prayed, and it kind of led you to do what you do. How big is your faith when it comes to everything you do in your life?
Listen, man, you know, and thank you for bringing that up. I want to say this: I'm far from perfect. You know, um, there's some things in my life that I could and should do better. To be honest, but we get on here and we cut up, we joke around and whatever. But I'm a Christian. I'm a huge believer in Jesus Christ. You know, uh, He's my Lord and Savior, and you know what? Uh, so that's kind of controversial nowadays, but I'm not afraid to say it, man. Without Him, I wouldn't be here today. You know, um, like I said, growing up with the disability, it was hard. You know, there were some times, and not even just growing up. I'm talking about in my adulthood now. You know, there were days where I just didn't want to get out of bed. Where I don't tell anybody this because I don't like to put my problems on other people. But there's been times where I didn't want to get out of bed, or I just wanted to quit. Not necessarily end it all or nothing like that, but just wanted to just didn't feel like making anything. You know what I'm saying? Just sit around and say screw it. And then I just started realizing, that I'm here for a reason. And my faith has carried me through a lot of trials and tribulations in my life. You know, so without my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I wouldn't be here today, and I wouldn't be the man that I am today. So I owe it all to Him. Um, and through those trying times, man, I've learned that even though you know I'm in this situation, I mean it's not fun. I'm not. It sucks. I'm gonna just be blunt about it. It sucks to be in this situation, but I'm here for a reason, and I can make the best out of it. And I can turn my situation, my hardship, and it's something positive, not only for myself, but other people around me, whether it's my family members, my friends, my fighters, anybody, So I know I'm here for a reason. God doesn't make mistakes, and I'm blessed to be on the path that I am.
No doubt, bro. No doubt, bro. On this podcast, we respect all points of views, all religions, and like, honestly, I could say God's working through you, brother. You know what I'm saying? You're a testament. So like, just keep doing what you're doing, bro. You're doing more than what you think you are, man. I promise you. And
Thank you, brother.
it's good to see that, your faith has led you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. You know, um, I owe a lot to my parents, to my parents too. Like growing up, they never babied me. Now don't get me wrong, my parents always take care of me, and they still do. You know, uh, my parents have always taken good care of me. Have always loved me through the ups and downs of my life. You know, but they never babied me. They always encouraged me to go out and get it. And be the best the best that I can be. You know, so I owe a lot to my mom and dad. I love them tremendously. You know, my mom Stacy, my dad Mark. I owe a lot to them. Oh, also, you know, I got a beautiful girlfriend, Katie. I owe a lot to her too. I have so many people in my life that that have loved me through the hardships of my life, and don't look at my struggles as a kryptonite for me. They encourage me to keep going. So with my parents and my girlfriend, those three people in my life, I'm super blessed, man. And I couldn't ask for more. You know, those are my three mains in my life, man, and that's that's what I do it all for. So I love all of y'all, and thank you so much. Thank you all so much for what you do.
No doubt, man. Shout out to all of them, man. Harley's pops is always at the gym, man, cracking jokes. His girlfriend Katie always at the fights, man, supporting. So yeah, you definitely got a hell of a support team, man.
Yeah, man. And I want to shout out my girlfriend real quick again. It was our 2 year anniversary. We made 2 years dating last Saturday. So I asked her, I said, baby, what do you want to do for our anniversary? She was like, man, let's just go somewhere, you and I, take a little trip. And she goes, wait. She said, is there any fights going on this weekend? I said, yes. They got Aljamain Sterling fighting in Cejudo. And she said, man, let's go watch the fights for our anniversary. I said, what? I said, I was thinking, take her on a little trip, maybe the casino or something, do a little something with her there. But she wanted to go to the fight. So then I told her, I said, keep doing that. You just put a big feather in your cap. So my girl loves the fight, man. That's a blessing, and that didn't happen by accident. So that's a blessing in itself, man.
Hey, man, just invite us to the wedding, bro.
Yeah, yeah, you're gonna be in there.
So switching it up, bro. All right. Let's say, John Jones ditches his manager. You're his manager now. You know, what's the game plan for John Jones, bro? What next fight are you getting him? And like what's further than that? What would you do for John Jones' career? How would you pave it out?
Well, it depends on what John wants to do. First of all, any manager, and you know this, and I don't want to get too technical with it, but shoot, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So first thing, you're a coach, so you and I have been working together for a while. What's the first thing we do? We go to the fighter and be like, look, what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? We can map out a road for you, but do you want to do it or not? And they say, yeah, we go with it. If not, we might change course. That's another story for another day. But with that being said, go to John Jones. I'd love to see him fight Stipe Miocic. You know, a lot of people say that Stipe is the best heavyweight of all time. People say that John Jones is the greatest of all time. So I think, John Jones just stopped Cyril Gahn in the first round to win the heavyweight strap. And to me, I mean, I don't know who else you would put in front of him, man. I think it's got to be the the Stipe Miocic fight, man.
So let's say,
Next.
all right, he gets the Stipe fight, he makes that go up. And he comes to you and he says, "Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. 3 more times and I'm out, whether it's MMA, boxing, whatever. What's the next 3 fights are you making for him to make the most amount of money?"
Okay. Well, and again, not in order, but you want to talk about most money? Now, do we have to talk about the contracts and the all the all the other crap that goes with it, or just make the
Let,
fight, make it
let's
happen?
say let's say Jones got 2 fights left on his deal with the UFC. He wants to defend the belt twice, and then he say after that, I want a mega fight in boxing. I want to make as much money as I can. What's the 2 title defenses, and who's the boxer you letting them box?
Two title defenses after Gustafson. Okay. Um, I definitely want to make the fight with Francis if that can happen.
That's a lot
But
of money.
but if that don't happen, we can leave Francis in the boxing ring. So hey, because
Ooh.
Francis is kind of
Yeah,
stuck.
yeah,
So I don't know. I don't know if Uncle D. I don't know if Uncle D's gonna let it happen in the cage. But look, regardless, we gotta meet Francis. Whether it's boxing, MMA, street beefs, I don't know, but they gotta fight each other.
all
So
right.
that's one. Um, oh man, I just said the biggest fight out
No.
there for him.
So let's say
Uh,
we get Francis. In the UFC, you still got Sergi. Um, you got who else do they have on the come up? I know they got the Russian guy, Sergey Pavlich.
I think he'll go Tevez because he's been knocking everybody out.
Right.
That's yeah.
I think Stipe, Pavlich. Um, if we can re-sign Ngannou, that would be the deal. Like go out on an Ngannou fight and then go get you a boxing fight. Now, who would you want Jones to box?
It's got to be a big name. Can't be like Jake Paul, it can't be
Uh,
nothing like that.
It's got to be a heavyweight.
Shit, Tyson Fury. If you listen to me, and that's huge. That's huge.
That's
If you
big.
want to make a big ass boxing fight, pretty much cross promotional, go with the best damn heavyweight in the world right now.
Might as
Shout
well.
out, we were talking about boxing earlier and my favorite fighters. Listen, do I think that Tyson Fury is one of the best heavyweights of all time? I don't know. But let me tell you something. Tyson Fury is on a damn rampage right now. I'm gonna just say this. I don't think there's anybody in the heavyweight division that can beat Tyson Fury.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree with that. So Jones gets a big payday with Stipe. Um, you know, he got the Russian, which is a Rocky type of fight, man. Like, it's easy to promote that one. Him and Francis, another money fight, and then you fight Fury. I think you made John Jones a lot of money, dog.
Yeah, that's the goal. Hey, so John, if you listen to me, man, I knew you signed with somebody already, but look, if you want to get out the contract and come join Roll Out Management, we'll take care of you, man. We'll take care of you. I already got a boxing coach for you with a patented reverse jab. If you know, you know. Uh,
So,
so hey, so look, if you need something, call me. I even put my number out on the air, bro. I don't care. If John Jones wants to get in touch with Rollout Management, please come on, sir.
hell yeah, boy. So, we're about to wrap this thing up. I'm sure they're gonna have, fighters watch this, even people that don't fight and have something they're doing and they want to get to that next level. Like what do you do that's gonna make their life easier, man? Like, how can you help them?
Listen, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna do anything to help the fighters reach all of their goals, whether it's in their careers, in their personal lives, you name it. You come join the rollout management team. Number one, you're gonna have a guy that's always got your back through thick and thin. Uh, get you the best fights possible. Try to get you in the best position possible. And doing so, man, I'm gonna get you sponsors, get you. I'm big on interviews, radio interviews. I have a lot of connections in the radio in the broadcasting business. Uh, Certain podcasts, even beyond this one. I know guys with podcasts that are on podcast radio. Get you sponsors, get you, to just make your life easier. Whether it's a few money sponsors, or whether you need gear, whether you need anything. Um, I know a lot of local businesses. I know people that be willing to help. So anything you need, call Rollout, man. Give me a call, man. You can follow me on social media at Rollout_16 on Instagram. My personal Facebook page, Harley Doucet. You find me on Facebook, on Twitter, Rollout_16. Shoot me a message, man, and we'll make it happen.
No doubt, man. Like I said earlier, man, Harley's the guy to get with. He's gonna look out for you. He's gonna get what you need. You know what I'm saying? And most importantly, there, man, he's a genuine person, man. So if you're a fighter, boxer, MMA, even if you music, man, get with this guy, man. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Any closing words?
Oh man, well, yeah, we'll close it out like this. First of all, I want to thank you again for the opportunity to tell just a little bit of my story. I didn't even go really all the way deep dive
You
into it
gotta
because
save that for the
uh,
movie, man.
yeah, man, because we'll be here for probably a couple hours. If I go that long. But first of all, thank you again for giving me this opportunity. Number one, number two, thank you guys all for watching. Uh, Big shout out again to my parents, my girl, excuse me, my parents, my girlfriend, all of my siblings. I got two brothers and two sisters. They've been a huge part of my life too. So shout out to them. Shout out to everybody that support me, all of my family, my friends. You know who you are, man. Thank you guys for all that you do, and thank you guys to our audience for always watching, supporting us, man. And I hope that me sharing a little bit of my story can inspire a few people, and then I can impact some lives, man. In fact, if I can impact one person, two people, it don't matter. If I can just reach a couple people by doing this video, it makes it all worth it, man. So thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to keep jumping on here for you guys.
Yes, sir. And that's a wrap, man. Appreciate you coming, bro. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're out.